Alright everyone, my name is Solomon, better known as PCG here on YouTube, and welcome to day 12 of our journey to Platinum here in Elden Ring. So at the end of yesterday's episode, we cleared out this area here with the wolves, collected everything within these coffins, so now I'm going to start working my way further down this way, kind of grab some stuff along the edges. We've got this little beach area down here that we're going to explore. Then we'll go up here. There's a pack of wolves hanging out along here on the edge of the Mistwoods. We'll also head up to Fort Haight as well. So we're going to try to knock out as much of that as we can today. We'll definitely head up to Fort Haight, and then we'll definitely head into the Mistwood. I don't know if we will fully wrap the Mistwood today, though, because it's a relatively dense area, I feel like. Just because, I mean, it's kind of confusing in there, to be honest. I always feel like when I go through there, I get myself lost pretty easily and don't know if I've already explored something or not. And so we're gonna do our best to avoid backtracking, as I often do. Man, with this flail at +4 now, I can kill those even faster than I could before, and I could already kill them pretty fast prior to being a +4. Yeah, so the Mistwoods, I've been putting that off because of the fact that I don't really enjoy that area, to be honest. It's still awesome. I love everything about this game overall, but it's just, you know, it's just one of those areas that I prefer to save for last so that I can avoid it. Which was kind of somewhat of the same situation for me in Bloodborne with the Forbidden Woods. I think I enjoyed the Forbidden Woods a little bit more than the Mistwoods, though. I felt like the Forbidden Woods were just maybe a bit easier to navigate overall, and there was not nearly, like, visibility was much better within the Forbidden Woods as well. And again, I know that type of area is a staple in FromSoft games, but I don't enjoy that a ton. I like my visibility. I prefer to be able to see when I'm looking at my TV screen. All right, let's grab this Site of Grace, and we will go ahead and head up into Fort Haight, and go ahead and conquer that. And then right after that, I need to remember to actually go and talk to Kenneth. And, can I level now? I can. Talk to Kenneth and progress his quest line. So let's see, what are we going to do here? Maybe we'll do, so, Vigor, that put me at 624, Endurance, Mind. Let's throw some into Mind. I feel like I haven't really leveled that much. Put us at 88 FP. Alright, so let me grab this mushroom again. And we will head up into this fort and take care of business. We're going to make this happen. And there is, I believe, a field boss up here. Just generic Mad Pumpkinhead hanging around. So that'll be fun. And we fought the actual Mad Pumpkinhead boss a few episodes ago now. The demi-humans wax wroth. Now their mother's been taken. Where are you, Lord Kenneth? The night, bedeviled by blood. I know where Lord Kenneth is. I spoke to him, and he was a jerk. He was not very kind to me. Pretty racist as well, might I say. Racist against the tarnished. Oh yeah, and you know what? Another thing, too, heading up into here is there's, like, what would it technically be? It's not like a crossbow. What is that? It's not a harpoon either. What is the word that I'm looking for? Regardless, they've got ranged attacks from up there. So I need to be aware of that, because that guy's just going to keep on firing while we move our way up here. But I can kill these guys in one hit at this point, because I'm pretty much leveled now for the Weeping Peninsula, so I'm kind of over-leveled for all of this stuff, I would say. Maybe not necessarily over-leveled for the Mistwood. That's going to be probably a little bit more of a challenge as we fight those rune bears that are in there. That I'm not particularly looking forward to either. But it's going to be fine. No concerns here. Only a little bit of concern. Oh, there's also a golden seed up here. I forgot about that. Yep, I already hear Pumpkin Man. Where is he actually? Where does he come? Oh yeah, he comes walking down. Okay, so I'm not gonna deal with him along with all of these smaller guys. We're gonna kind of go one by one here. Make sure everybody has their turn. Ah, dang. The reach on your spear, stop! My goodness. Alright, I'm gonna hop off of Torrent for a second. Pumpkin Man is just menacingly standing there. Are you're really gonna be like this? Oh, really? And I just walked right into that. I'm such a jerk. Oh, that does decent damage to him, actually. Suck on that. I didn't actually mean to enchant my weapon either, but, you know, it doesn't hurt to have it enchanted. Okay. I would like, once again, to not pull all of them out at once. I don't want to fight anyone more than Pumpkin Man at once. Oh, man, he put his spear down, or his flag down. He's pissed. Whoa, wait, where did the... Did I damage him with the Glintstone Arc? Why is he damaged? I'm not sure. Oh, shoot. Oh, almost gotcha. Ha! I know how to deal with you. You're not so scary. Wait, that's the first Sanctuary Stone I've picked up? That's interesting. Kind of surprised that's the first one. It's a pretty relatively common item. Ooh, that's a big sword you got there. That's what she said. Alright, Golden Seed. Nice. Alright, so next time we head to a Site of Grace, I will utilize that. Let's go all the way around this thing and then work our way back, because I want to make sure there's no items or anything. And I think that we hit like an edge point here. Oh wait, yeah. So this is this whole like front courtyard too. Now that I think about it, I want to pull out my torch so I can see a bit better here. Oh yeah, and we get the blood roses here too. And I think there's quite a few blood roses around here. And I don't know the lore behind that exactly. I know some of the lore behind like the Lord of Blood, but I don't know exactly what Kenneth Haight has to do with that, unless it has something to do with who conquered the fort. I don't really know. There's some great channels on YouTube if you're ever interested in really unpacking the lore for this game. There's a lot of really good channels. The one that I always go to for just like Soulsborne, Elden Ring, Sekiro, whatever FromSoft game it may be, the one that I always go to for lore is I think it's pronounced Vati Vidya. He's got just incredible lore videos broken down to like the T with references to item descriptions, and he talks about like his own theories, but at the same time explains like, hey, this particular thing I'm about to say is my theory. I don't necessarily know that this tracks with what FromSoft was really getting at with this piece of lore. So the way he puts those videos together it's absolutely insane. So I highly recommend it if you ever want to dig into the lore. Regardless, though, that's not really important. because we're getting blood roses anyway. So that's clear up there. Got the blood roses. This is a weird little spot. All right, and I think the inside of this place is pretty overrun with demi-humans. But once again, I feel I'm so over-leveled for here at this point that it's really not a problem. But I feel like that's the way I like to play in general, is as we're nearing the end of, we're nearing maybe like the last section of a particular area, being over-leveled, I feel, is sort of ideal, because then you know that you're leveled for when you head into the next area. So, alright, so all that's cleared, so courtyard and everything surrounding, everything out here is good. So we will head inside and see what the demi-humans have to say. Oh wait, actually, what is back here? Is there a... I was already down there. It feels like there should be an item or something here. What's the... I guess not. Okay. That feels weird. It feels like the fact that there's barrels and stuff back there would make you think that something's being hidden. There's a false wall or something. I don't know. That's interesting to me. Alright, let's do this. Oh, actually, maybe it's overrun by demi-humans later. Maybe it's just like the rats right now. I don't know. I know the enemy placement swaps in here. Oh yeah, because there's a gatekeeper there. So yeah, it must not be demi-humans at the moment. Oh. So that's how we're gonna play this then, huh? Holy crap, that makes it far. And I do not want him hitting these explosive barrels, at least while I'm standing next to them. Oh, there's a rat right in front of me. Dang it, man. All right, I'm gonna move, like, work from the top down. And just deal with all these guys. One hit. Rolled right into him. Oh, shoot, I forgot this guy. Frick. I'm gonna heal real fast, and then... Okay, yeah, he's not gonna follow me all the way over here. Let's do... I guess let's throw fire on here. I do not want to fight this guy. I just feel like I do poorly with... Oh, shoot! Oh man, that does a lot of bleed buildup. Holy crap! No! Gotcha. All right, not so bad. Not so bad. Bloody slash. Ooh, that could be a cool one to put on a weapon. I'm not sure if I can use it on the flail though. But that might be a cool one to use, because I think that the weapon that I'm gonna eventually settle on for this build once we get to it is Rivers of Blood. I've never utilized it myself, but it's a super cool weapon, and it's super good too. Really good damage and insane bleed. So I think that's ultimately what we're gonna end up at. But maybe utilizing whatever that one was called, the like blood slash or whatever, that could be kind of cool in the interim until we get to the Rivers of Blood, because I don't remember where I don't remember where you find it. All right, what do we got here? Is this a talisman? Oh, it's the medallion lift. It's the left of the medallion lift. All right, let's read the info on that real fast to kind of refresh my memory. So left half of a split medallion depicting the Erdtree. Brandishing the medallion with both halves conjoined will activate the Grand Lift of Dectus, connecting the Atlas Plateau to Liurnia. The right half is said to reside in Fort Ferroth in the Dragon Barrow, far to the east. Cool. So we're not going to need that weapon or that item for quite a while. And you can also technically get to that area without even utilizing the medallion. But still, regardless, we won't be near the Atlas Plateau for quite some time. So still, it's cool. I didn't realize that that's where that was located. There's an item over here. Nice. Smithing Stone 1. Yeah, see, we're still in... I'm definitely over leveled. We're still in Smithing Stone 1 territory. But that actually could be kind of beneficial when we get into the Mistwood, where I'm going to have to fight the rune bears. Being over leveled might end up making me a little bit happy. Make me feel a little better about fighting those rune bears. Okay, I'm going to roll through all of these explosive barrels and try to avoid him blowing everything up. What am I... Oh. You can throw it this way if you want, because it's just going to hit... Oh, no, okay. I was hoping maybe he'd hit the barrel and it'd just blow him up. Oh, crap. That actually hit me. Gotcha. Okay. That would have really sucked if he blew all those up and then I died from that. Man, you two... Oh, there's more than one in here. Luckily, they're like nothing. They're basically like a sheet of paper with how easy they die. Ooh! Wait, cookbook 6. I feel like we skipped a bunch of cookbooks. I know we'll find them, but that just... Yeah, we went from 2 to 6. So, blood grease, drawstring blood grease, bloodbone arrow, okay, cool. Sweet. Alright, so that is another piece of our journey towards 100% and collecting all of those major items. So that's awesome. Alright, so we got that now, which is sweet. A few more blood roses. And then I think there's also blood roses back underneath here. Oh, and there's some right here. Yeah, this is definitely a great place to farm blood roses, because a lot of times even, I mean, you're seeing the spots I'm picking them up from, it's usually more than one in a bushel. Alright, so let's do this. Let's go to the Grace here, and then I'm going to pass the time and then go back up and see if Kenneth is already waiting there. I'm not sure if he'll travel over there right away. I would assume he will. Let's add a charge. Nice. So I think I'm still going to keep it for now. We'll go 5 and 1. If I get to a spot where I feel like I'm heavily... Oh, wait, I got to pass the time. Where I'm heavily utilizing my FP, then we can... allocate that a little bit differently. But for now, I just want as much health as possible. Alright, so let's go back up here now that this has technically been conquered. And I think now it should switch over to the demi-humans. Yeah, since nothing's out here, my guess is that the switch has been made. Is anyone in here? Maybe there's no one in here right now. So if I go up here, is Kenneth available for a meeting? Let's see. He should be right up here if he's here yet. No, he is. Okay, he's not here yet. So we'll come back. Or actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, maybe where was he again? He would have been... Oh yeah, he's right here. Okay, let's go talk to him there. Maybe I have to tell him what I've done and that his fort has been recaptured. Yeah, because he's still standing up there. Yeah, that's probably what we got to do to progress this quest line. I couldn't remember if he just would make his way back on his own. I guess it wouldn't make sense, because how would he know that I did it?
I've been waiting for you with bated breath. Did you manage to recapture my fort? Oh, excellent news. Just wonderful. And the knight's dead to boot. Well done, my friend. Well done indeed. I knew I was right to trust you. Now, here's your reward, as promised. Go ahead. It's all yours.
Erdsteel dagger.
Right then. Time for me to head to the fort. I've much to do. First, I'll have to re-establish communication with the demi-humans. What's that look? You don't believe me? Well, under the Erdtree, commingling with the demi-humans is made possible. Even the vulgar shall not be left behind, under the rule of true order. Which is why I, Kenneth Haight, next in line as the rightful ruler of Limgrave, have sworn to uphold it. Just you watch, my friend. Just you watch. Ah, yes. I've been meaning to ask. Would you like to enter my service? I see bright things in your future, stout warrior. Enter into my service and learn the workings of the Erdtree's true order. And who knows? Perhaps sometime down the line, the grace of gold will return to those tarnished eyes of yours. What say you? A fine accord, is it not?
Why not?
Very well indeed. I knew I saw something in you. I shall await you at my fort. We shall hold a ceremony for your knighting there, I think. I see great things ahead of us. We are truly by the Erdtree blessed. Right then, time for me to head to the fort. I've much to do. First, I'll have to re-establish communication with the demi-humans.
Okay, I think that's everything.
Right then, I've much...
Cool. Alright, so his dialogue is now exhausted. Sweet. So everything within the fort is good. We've moved his quest line along. We'll probably have to soon actually go up there and talk to him. You know what, now let's go ahead and pass the time and see if he's arrived yet. We'll just pass all the way until tomorrow. Should give him plenty of time to walk his pompous face over here. And the thing is, I mean, I guess the fact that he's so cool with the demi-humans and being like I've got to reestablish contact with them and like everybody's welcome in the Order of Gold and things like that. I guess he's not that bad, but he was kind of a jerk to me. Yeah, okay, so everything has switched over. So he has reestablished contact with the demi-humans. And now I'm going to kill all of them, and we'll go and talk to him. What is this guy going to give me since he's glowing? Ooh, 210 for him. And I really should collect all of these blood roses again while I'm here. That way I've got them. Be good to have them for future crafting purposes. Oh, I can't believe that he missed me with all those. There you go. Alright, so let's grab that. There was just a flash of light outside my window by my garage. And it was not lightning. So we're going to hope that no one is snooping around outside. Living alone, you hear like every bump in the night, I swear.
Ah, you, is it? I suppose you must have seen it by now, yes. The sorry state of my fort. Oh, indeed, it is a foul fate for a land to be without a ruler. One must be found, with haste, and not that awful Godric, but a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave. I'm sorry to have lifted your hopes, but I haven't the authority to raise you to knighthood as things stand. The great Kenneth Haight issues his sincerest apology. But now, I must begin my search post-haste for a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave. I must begin my for a true...
Sweet. Alright. So that pretty much wraps his questline for a while, I think. I have to look into where exactly we find him next, but I think for the most part we're good with him for now. And there's nothing else we'll really need to deal with in terms of his quest for quite some time. So that's good. Alright, so let's, I guess, work our way back over here a little bit, because I kind of came down over the edge here and didn't move my way up through where all these wolves are over here, because we've done all that over there. But let's make our way up this hill. Just got animal skulls rolling down the hill. What a world we live in. Alright, so I think, yeah, there's a pack of wolves up here. And all of this will slowly allow us to work our way into the Mistwood. So, to be totally honest, one of the reasons that I don't love the Mistwood is because of the fact that I feel like it's just a relatively, in my opinion, difficult area to explore, because I always feel like I'm missing something. Like, always. I feel like I always get to the end of the area and go, alright, I had to have not picked up something or not seen something. Just because it's hard to keep your bearings. So we're going to do our best. And if I have to go back through, I've got to go back through and pick stuff up again. Or check that I picked things up. I know there's also a merchant over across the path. So once we get done over here, we'll go and talk to the merchant. I don't remember what he sells. Get some tarnished golden sunflower action going. Alright, so before we get too far in here, let's go... Ooh, some excrement! It's because we're getting close to the bears. Alright, yeah, so let's run over this way. Actually take these guys out real fast. Okay. Yeah, let's run over this way, because there's some stuff up over here, item-wise, that I think I need to pick up, and then we'll work our way over towards where the merchant is. He's kind of tucked away. I feel like he's relatively easy to miss because of where he set up shop. So I was thinking before starting today's recording about how in the very first episode of this journey to Platinum, I was talking about the fact that a huge part of this series is so that we can all together just sort of enjoy something, enjoy another world, enjoy a game, enjoy the fantasy and the wonder that goes into a game like this. And I feel like I haven't really touched on that much recently. I haven't talked about... Man, he didn't even move. I haven't really talked about my overall thoughts on that and the purpose behind it. So I'm sure plenty of you, it's the vast majority of the population in some way has struggled with some form of mental illness, whether it be anxiety, just general anxiety, or obsessive compulsive disorder, bipolar, schizophrenia, even like bulimia or anorexia, or being anorexic, anything. Like, there's so many different things that we all struggle with, and it makes life tough. Like, it seriously does. And so sometimes just having something like this where you can just sort of dive into another world for a while and not think about all that. Even though like life has to be dealt with, you can't ignore life, and you've still got responsibilities, you've got things to deal with. So you can't just forever escape inside of a fantasy world. But it's good to sometimes. It just sort of like relieves some of the stress, allows you to imagine something else. And so that's a huge part of this series of videos. Dear customer.
Right this way. Right this way.
He's creepy. That's a huge reason for this series of videos, but then also that's a huge reason for this whole channel. Is just to sort of go on journeys like this together and have an open dialogue about the things we're struggling with at the same time, which I'll share a bit about mine in a second here.
Welcome, valued customer. Come, trade in our wandering emporium. Please, buy something. I'm hungry. I've been hungry so long. Please?
It makes me sad for him. Ooh, I will be purchasing some things, because he's got Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 5, which gives Beast Lore Pot, and then Armorer's Cookbook, which is, Exalted Flesh. I like that very much, because I tend to use Exalted Flesh for fights a good bit. And I'm going to grab all 3 of these, so I've got those. And then I need 2,000 for that, so let me use some of my runes real fast. Let's use all of those. It gives me 4,000, so let's purchase that.
How nice, please.
And then I think he had maybe one other thing that I wanted. So we got that, and then I have 5 of those, 5 of those, 5 of those. So let's actually, I guess I don't really need to spend that. I probably shouldn't have busted all of those runes, because I didn't need that many, but it's whatever. At least, like, I don't expect to lose them in here. I definitely expect to die a couple of times in here, but I don't expect to necessarily lose everything. It's relatively easy to traverse the area and get back to where you were, so that should be okay. But yeah, kind of what I was talking about is just the fact that I want that to be something that we can do. I want these videos, even though we're playing a game and everything, like, I want this to sort of foster a chance for us to talk, whether it's in the comments or whatever it may be, and just sort of share burdens with one another. It's helpful knowing that you're not the only one that struggles with things. And there was such a long period of time where I think for a lot of younger generations, in terms of, I mean, I'm technically young generation. I'm only 25, but just for a lot of us, it's always been the case that it's been relatively appropriate to talk about mental health stuff, but that was not that's been a very recent thing. It's always pretty frowned upon to talk about those things and talk about how you struggle with any sort of mental illness. For a long time, that was the case. So I count myself lucky to be able to be in the generation where it's like, let's talk about it. Let's do it. Because there's no shame in it. And I figured, wait, where? I feel like I'm already getting confused. So this leads, oh, so this is, yeah, gotcha, okay. So I figured I'd kind of talk about this today because of the fact that as we go through these Mistwoods, I feel like it's one of those areas where you don't really there's so much like open space. I feel like there's gonna be periods where I'm just sort of like walking around and just looking for items. So I figured this would give me something to discuss while we go through here. Let me read this note real fast. I don't know what this says. Open for business. Oh, it's just okay. Yeah, it's just for the merchant up there. Okay, and again, I feel like sad for him. His little speech about how like he's been hungry for so long, that makes me super sad, and he sounds like just a sweet old man. But at the same time, that whole thing as you're walking up, when he's saying like, "Yes, dear customer, right this way, right this way," that's so creepy. It's kind of like, yeah, maybe he's like a homeless sweet old man, but at the same time, maybe he's a pervy old man. I don't know. I don't know if I trust him. I bought stuff from him anyway, though. So yeah, one of my my thing is I, for most of my life, have struggled with obsessive compulsive disorder, depression, anxiety, and I found out recently possibly ADHD, which can kind of go hand in hand with OCD. So for any of you struggling with stuff, I'm right there with you. I forgot that this minor Erdtree was here. I'm gonna take a look at this now. That way I can get whatever tier is here. Is that where... Yeah, so that's... Right down there is where the merchant's at. And so we'll work our way around the tree. And then also, right on the other side of the tree is the way down into one of the underground areas. I don't remember if it's Siofra River Well. It could be. I don't remember which is which. I think there's technically 3 underground areas. I've got all my stuff, so I don't even need to use that. And one of those is behind this Erdtree, so that'll be cool too, to be able to open up that. Because I've been excited to go through those, like the underground areas. That's going to be a lot of fun. So what is this one? Spiked Cracked Tier and Green Spill Crystal Tier. Alright, let me see what those allow me to do. Okay, so this temporarily boosts stamina and mixed physic, enhances charge attacks for a time in mixed physic. So I'll probably add the stamina boost in, because I've already got that first one, the half health replenishment. I've got that one inside my physic at the moment. Oh, I passed right by these guys. Hello there. This guy's gonna power up. And I can kill even the big guys in 2 right now. That's very nice. Alright, yeah, so let's work our way all the way around this Erdtree. This minor Erdtree. Got all the stuff here. And I'm genuinely trying to not backtrack much, yet at the same time trying to not miss any items either as we progress around this. Yeah, so here's the well right here. So once I pick up everything around the Erdtree, there's so many tarnished golden sunflowers. It's crazy. And there's a ton of the scarabs too for flask replenishment. Yeah, so once I clear this out, we'll hop down into the well. Oh, we're already over here where this guy's at. Yeah, so I think one thing with the Mistwood sometimes that I do is I walk in here sort of going, all right, this is going to kind of suck trying to make sure that I don't miss anything in here, while also not like spending an eternity in here. But then I remember it's not actually that big. Like the fact that we kind of just made it to the other side already, because there's the... Yeah, there's where that beach area is. So you can walk through relatively quickly. So it's not a huge area. It's just somewhat dense. I feel like there's a lot to find in here. So let's, I think I've kind of got everything around here. Let's head down into the well and pick up that grace. Oh, but you know the other thing too is there's ruins that I've already passed by, and I need to go talk to Blaidd there. So we got to do that too. That's what I'm saying. It's so dense. Oh, and of course I got to grab this real fast too. Okay. So let's head in here. Siofra. So it is Siofra. I kind of had a feeling it was Siofra because I think, I don't know, I guess I've always remembered this as being the first one I remember finding is Siofra. And this is so cool. Like I love this aspect of the game. These underground areas are really, really neat, and it adds just like a very different feel to the game. It sort of feels like as you're going down this elevator, you're going into a different game entirely. Like it's more of a, like, look at that. Look how gorgeous that looks. This is actually, like, this general area is what the background of the thumbnail for this series is, because I just love the look of this area so much. But yeah, it feels like you're kind of walking into an entirely different game that's got more horror aspects to it almost, and feels a bit more like Bloodborne, I would say, in terms of like the music and the just the lighting and everything. And it's so cool because this area reminds me of the Unseen Village in Bloodborne. So let's see. Oh, what is this? Okay, so melted mushroom. We're not going to explore this today, but I just wanted to kind of walk in here and grab some of these immediate items that I can see. Golden Rune 3. And then these are, what, the glowing? Oh, the Dew-Kissed Herba. Okay. Alright, so yeah, I'm not really going to spend time down here right now, but we've got this. So a lot of this section over here is done. Let's go ahead and go to the Mistwood outskirts, and then we'll kind of work our way in from the other way now, and grab some of the stuff on that side. Plus, while I'm here, I'll go ahead and put this other, go ahead and mix my physic. Let's add in the green spill. So we've now got, restores half of total HP and temporarily boosts stamina in mixed physic. Cool. So that's nice that we've got another one of those, because that's the first minor Erdtree we've hit. But I think we're probably pretty much gonna wrap up for today in just a second here, because we've been going for a good while at this point, and I don't want any of these episodes to get ridiculously long. But before we wrap up, I do kind of want to just run from one side to the other. Oh shoot, I didn't know you were so close with your stubby fat arms. Ooh, okay. I do kind of want to run from one side to the other on this edge. Maybe pick up a couple things. And you know what? Maybe what we'll do too real fast is just to knock it out, get it out of the way. We'll go talk to Blaidd in the ruins. Oh, there's also this spot here. Okay, but here's the ruins. So let's go. Oh, you know what? Actually, though, before I can talk to him, I think I have to go back and talk to Kenneth. I think, because I don't have my gesture yet for snapping my fingers. I don't think. Jump for joy. Okay, wait. Let me see. Yeah, I think that I have to go talk to Kenneth. All right, so let's do that real fast. Now that we've kind of like encountered Blaidd and him sitting up there howling, let's go talk to Kenneth real fast and try to progress that. Because the next episode we can really make this happen. Charles, hey, stop. He's chewing on my cords down there. You know better. Don't do that, buddy. Alright.
Always the howl of a wolf in the Mistwood. I suppose he must still be skulking about. I know. Why not meet him for yourself? Next time you hear the wolf's howl, make this signal right under the source. Oh, don't fret. There is nothing to fear. I just have an inkling the two of you might hit it off.
Got it. Sweet. While I'm here, I don't think there's anything that I want. No, we should be good. Cool. So we got the snapping gesture. So we'll be able to actually go and... what do we want to switch, though? Switch wave. So I'll actually be able to go and talk to Blaidd, which is sweet. Where? Finger snap. Cool. Alright, so yeah, that's going to wrap us up for today. Tomorrow what we'll do is we'll continue out through the Mistwoods. We still got a decent amount of stuff to explore in there. So that'll probably be the main thing we focus on tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, please interact with the video. It helps me out a ton. Keeps me motivated as I work on these videos, and also pushes me with the algorithm. So leave a like, comment, subscribe. That would be awesome. So thank you for tuning in today, and I will talk to you tomorrow.